Welcome back, my dear students. You know that we are dealing our most important topic is matter around us keyword. Until now, in this topic, we see introductory part of this topic. In this topic, we see that matter get divided into two types. One is pure substance and another one is mixture. We know that pure substance are the substance which contains single types of particles, and mixtures again divided into two types. One is heterogeneous mixture and another one is homogeneous mixture. We know that what is mixture? Mixture is what? Mixture consists of two or more particles or substance at any ratio. Those are different. Okay, not same substance we are mixing. It is not called mixture. If the substances are different and we are taking it at any ratio, it's called mixture. And this mixture is divided into two types. Okay, one is homogeneous mixture, another one is heterogeneous mixture. What is homogeneous mixture? A mixture is said to be homogeneous if all the components of the mixtures are mixed uniformly, and if they are showing the if they are not showing separation boundaries, that mixture are known as homogeneous mixture. And we see the example of homogeneous mixture, that is sugar in water. Okay, now second type of mixture is heterogeneous mixture. In this mixture, when we are going to say this heterogeneous mixtures, the mixture is not, the components of the mixtures are not uniformly mixed together, and they are not mixed uniformly, and they give separation boundaries in it. That mixture is known as heterogeneous mixture. Until now we see up to this, okay, and you know the very well. I hope that you revised it. Today in this part we are going to learn about solution. Okay, so what is solution? Solution and its property today we are going to learn. So today's topic is solution and its properties. What is solution? A solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more substance. Solution is what? It is a homogeneous mixture of two or more substance. In this, what is the example? We have example sugar in water or lemonade or soda water. These are the example of solution. Okay. In this solution having two components. The solution have two components. First one is solvent and second one is solute. First one is solvent and second one is solute. Solution is homogeneous mixture of two or more substance. This solution having two components. First one is solvent, second one is solute. What is solvent? The component of the solution. It is a component of the solution that dissolve the other component. In it. The component of the solution that dissolve the other component in it. Usually the component present in large amount is called as solvent. What is solvent? Solvent is what? It is a component of solution and that dissolve the other substance or other component of the solution. Okay, other component of the solution, and usually this solvent is present in the large quantity. That is known as the solvent. I hope that you understood about solvent. Now, second component of the solution is solute. Okay, the component of the solution that is dissolved in the solvent. The component of the solution that is dissolved in the solvent. Keep in your mind. The component of the solution that is dissolved in the solvent usually present in the lesser amount. It means that it is present in the less amount and is called as solute. the component which is dissolved in the solute, the component which is dissolved in the solute, that is known as, sorry, which is dissolved in the solvent, that is known as solute. Okay, and which is present in the less amount. We have an example to understand it, that is sugar plus water, it gives sugar solution. Sugar plus water, it gives sugar solution, and in this reaction we know that sugar is solvent, we are using it very small amount, water we are using in large amount, and this sugar is dissolving in the water. Okay, therefore it is going to be dissolved in the water, therefore it is solute, and this water is able to dissolve that sugar in it, so it is known as solvent, and combining together we can say that it is sugar solution, and it is known as what? Solution. Okay, I hope that you understood that first one, that is solvent. Solvent is compound which is present in large amount and which is able to dissolve another component of the solution. Okay, and solute is the which is present in less amount and which is able to get dissolved in the solvent. Okay, that is known as solute. And we see the example. In this example, sugar and water is here. We are mixing together. This sugar will dissolve in the water. Okay, so water is solvent and sugar is solute, and combined we can say that sugar solution. Okay, you understood, my dear students? Now time to know that, it is the time to know that properties of the solution. Okay, what are the properties of the solution? There are some properties of the solution. First property of the solution is a homogeneous mixture. We see and we know that very well what is homogeneous solution. Homogeneous solution is the solution which in which the component of the mixtures are dissolved uniformly and there are no any separation boundaries. That solution known as, that mixture known as homogeneous mixture. Okay, so therefore we can say that a solution is a homogeneous mixture. Okay, and we know that whenever we are adding sugar into water, it gives transparent. There is totally the sugar will dissolve into the water and these sugar particles are not giving separation boundaries in the water. Okay, so this is not what? Heterogeneous mixture, it is a homogeneous mixture. Okay, so first property is a solution is a homogeneous mixture. Second property is the particle of a solution are smaller than 1 nanometer. It means 10 to the power minus 9 in diameter, which cannot be seen by naked eyes. The particle of the solutions are very smaller. Okay, the particle of the solutions are very smaller and which is not able to see with our naked eyes because its size is very small. It is 1 nanometer. It means that 10 to the power minus 9 in the diameter, which cannot be we can see with the naked eyes. Okay, third property is they do not scatter a beam of light passing through the solution. That is, they don't show Tyndall effect, so the path of light is not visible in a solution. First we should know what is Tyndall effect. Tyndall effect is what, whenever we are passing light and the particles are going to be visible in the path of that light, that is known as Tyndall effect. In the summer season we are going to see that Tyndall effect at our home also. Okay, if our window is open or small hole of our tin at the roof of the tin, then the beams of the sun will come inside our home and the small particles are going to be visible in it, and this is nothing but what? Your Tyndall effect. I will show you Tyndall effect also. They do not scattered a beam of light. It is the property of solution. Whenever solution form, we know that solution is homogeneous mixture, and it is, so property of solution is this solution do not show Tyndall effect. Okay. The solute particles cannot be separated by the mixture by process of filtration. It is the fourth property. We will see first with the help of activity this really these particles, solution particles, are going to scatter the light or not. Okay, so see this carefully. In this beaker, this is empty beaker. Now I am adding in this beaker water. Simple water in it, and in it I am going to add ammonium chloride. So usually we are taking amount of water is greater than the solute, that is ammonium chloride. Now I will form the solution first. Transparent solution will appear. When this ammonium chloride gets dissolved in the water, we have to see that now it is what? It is solution. Why I am calling it solution? Because it is not forming separation boundaries. It is not forming separation boundaries, and the particles of this solution, it means solute, is completely uniformly dissolving in the solvent. Okay, therefore it is homogeneous. Our first property gets clear, and we are not able to see this particle with our naked eyes. Why? The reason behind it is very small. These particles are very small. The size of this particle is smaller than 1 nanometer. Okay, therefore we can't see these particles. Third property is they do not scatter a beam of light passing through the solution, that is don't show Tyndall effect. Now we are going to see that Tyndall effect when we are passing beam of light through this solution, whether these particles are going to visible in that path of light or not, we have to see. Okay, if the particles are going to visible, then it is showing Tyndall effect. If the particles are not showing in the path of light, it means it is not showing Tyndall effect. Just see it. Okay. See my dear students, these particles are not going to be visible in this path of light, and therefore the solution does not showing Tyndall effect. I hope that you understood about it. It was the fourth property. Again I am going to show it. These particles of light are not going to be visible in the path of light. Okay. It means that solution not showing Tyndall effect. Okay. Now fourth one, the solute particles cannot be separated. The solute particles cannot be separated from the mixture by the process of filtration. If we are going to filter this solution, these solute particles are not going to be separated with the help of filtration process. Okay, keep in your mind. Now next property is the solution is stable and solute particles do not settle down when left undisturbed. It means that whenever we are keeping this solution undisturbed, okay, this particle is stable. These particles are stable. These are completely dissolved in the solvent and these are very stable. When we are keeping it for a long time also undisturbed, this solute particle never settle down at the bottom of the any container. Okay, I hope that you understood these properties of the solution. First, once again I am repeating it, just listen it carefully my dear students. Today we see solution and its property. In that first we seen about solution. Solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more substance. We seen example, sugar in water, lemonade, soda water, salt in water. We are having lot of example. You at your home also you can see the Tyndall effect. Just take a salt in water and just pass a light from that solution. If the salt particles are going to be visible in that light, it means Tyndall effect is going to show in that solution. But keep in your mind, solutions are not going to be scattered the beam of light. It means that it is not showing Tyndall effect. Okay. Next one is we see solvent, the component of the solution that dissolve the other component in it, and usually it is present in the large amount is known as solvent. Another component of the solution is solute. The component of the solution that is dissolved in the solvent usually present in the less amount, and that is known as solute. Okay. We see the example sugar plus water, it gives sugar solution. Here in this example sugar is solute, water is solvent, and combination of sugar and water it is solution. Okay. At your home, if you are adding salt and water, it means solvent is water, solute is sugar, and this combination of this sugar salt solution is sugar solution. Okay. Properties. We see the properties of solution. In this properties, first property we see that it is a homogeneous mixture. Why we are calling it as homogeneous mixture? Because it is not forming a separation boundaries and the particles of the solutions are uniformly mixed. Okay. Therefore, second property we see that these particles are smaller than 1 nanometer. Therefore, we can't see with the help of naked eyes also. Okay. Next one is they do not scatter a beam of light passing through the solution. That is, they don't show Tyndall effect. So the path of light is not visible in the solution. We see the activity also. I shown you whether they are going to show Tyndall effect or not. If you not understood, if you not seen clearly this, you can do at your home also. Take salt in water and just pass just in dark room only. Okay, and see this completely mix this solution. Salt into the water, and after that pass a beam of light, and if the particles, and see the particles are going to be visible in that path of light or not. Okay. Fourth property, the solute of particles cannot be separated the mixture by the process of filtration. This fourth property is we cannot separate solution mixtures, okay, with the help of filtration. And the fifth one property, the solution is stable and the solute particles do not settle down when left undisturbed. Solution particles not settle down if we are going to disturb it also, and if we are not going to be disturb it for a long time also, the particles of this solution will never settle down, and that is the specialty, that are the properties of the solution. I hope that you understood this all things, solution and its properties. Thank you. Have a nice day. Stay safe. Stay home. Thank you once again.